to go to action here at the Forum. Again, Wally Rooney and Mike Mathis are the referees. Kareem will get the tab, but Golden State will have it first. They'll be going to the basket to your left. We'll check the matchups as they deploy now, as Johnson indeed will be off on Richardson. Interesting note on Richardson's name on the back of his jersey. Almost needs 2 to get it there. Golden State working cautiously on the onside. First shot of the night, and it'll be rebounded off, and there is something Larry Smith does so well. He puts it up and in. Smith is the leading offensive rebounder in this league. He has a total of 70 already.
Sam, how many teams missed on him? Didn't go until the second round. A lot of general managers kicking themselves. All Larry Smith can do is rebound and play.
And that's what Kareem Abdul-Jabbar can do, is tie it up at 2-2. Quickly, Golden State tried to get a transition game going, and this is something I understand they did very, very well in that first meeting here, Herb, is they got the transition game early, and you'd have to shoot 64% on the Lakers. Offensive foul to be called on Joe Barry Carroll as he pushes off with the off left hand, and that has been a problem with Joe Barry. He's had some problems shoving off with that. Watch it as the left elbow comes up.
There it is, and a good call underneath by Wally Rooney, or Mike Mathis, I beg your pardon. So early on, JB with his first foul.
We played a minute here in the first quarter at the Forum.
Look at the double up, Sam.
Somebody's open, and there he is. Wilkes will get it, and he'll be fouled underneath. Well, anytime Magic Johnson draws a crowd, he has such great peripheral vision that he can spot that open man, and he did it there.
As you called it, Sam, somebody is open, and Magic with a baseball pass to the guy who gets very little publicity around the country, Jamal Wilkes. He's got his first bucket and a chance to give the Lakers a 3-point lead.
Purvis Short with a personal foul, his first of the night, complete the 3-point play by Jamal Wilkes, and it's now a 5-2 ball game with the Lakers in the lead. Just that quickly, though.
Does he have upper body strength, or does he have... Every time I watch him, I'm amazed by him. I just don't think anybody can stop the guy. When he wants to score, it's down.
Vertical jump. I have never seen any numbers on it compared, obviously, to David Thompson, who we've heard so much about, but it has to be close. Johnson answers out of the corner. Magic doesn't shoot a lot of jump shots. As you can see there, he does like to shoot the set shot, though. It's 7-4 Lakers.
How about the pick by the big guy, Jabbar? He's the one that made that jumper go.
Again, Norm Nixon has the dubious honor, I guess the way you could describe it tonight, to go off on free. Coming from the backside to help out, Johnson will draw a foul, and Joe Barry Carroll will shoot foul shots. Magic with his first personal foul and the first team foul on the Lakers.
Magic likes to do this to double up, as Kareem had J.B. Carroll from the front. Johnson picks up his first foul. Joe Barry Carroll, interesting, Sam. He's out of Denver East High School. Michael Ray Richardson played at Manual. I don't think there's been more than 2 players from the city of Denver playing the NBA, and here's 2 of them on the same ball club.
Joe Barry Carroll hits the first one to make it 7-5. He, by the way, got a team-high 32 points and hit 13 of 19 last night against Seattle, and that's not a bad front line to do it against.
We talked about at the top that he is a better player this year. I think because he's getting the ball down lower. I think that the trade of King, although he was such a great player for Golden State, will help Carroll personally.
The patented skyhook for Jabbar gives him 4 for the night, and it's 9-6 Lakers.
Lakers aren't too shabby from the field goal. 4 for 4. Here's a steal.
Here's what Magic can do so well. He is fouled, takes a tumble. Smith will draw the foul. The basket will count. Magic Johnson, who already has a total of 27 steals to lead this ball club, comes up with a steal.
And he gets it clean from Michael Ray. Here he takes off with the left hand, comes back to the right hand as he loses control. Goes under, gets hit on the arm by Smith. Magic off fast with a couple of buckets. Fortunately, doesn't get hurt there.
That's a nice tumbling move he made underneath the basket there. 11-6, Lakers by 5. Under 10 minutes to play in the first quarter. He'll get the friendly roll for his 5th point of the night, and it's now a 12-6 game. Biggest lead of the ball game for the Lakers. They're up by 6. Here comes that double team out near midcourt. The Warriors played pretty good, but all of a sudden Short is in a double team. There's somebody open, and it is whirled free for a moment. Nice pass to Joe Barry. And there's Superman, Clark Kent, Rambis, and look who's running a break.
Hey, is that special, huh?
Oh, my.
Can you believe that? Look at the big guy. Listen to the crowd here. They don't get excited till a little later. Al Attles wants a timeout.
Well, you can hear the crowd as the Kentucky class of '67, Pat Riley, fine pro player, now, of course, in his 2nd year as the head coach of the Lakers, and his ball club leads by 8, their biggest lead of the ball game. Nice feed by Richardson, and Joe Barry will get the benefits for his 4th point of the ball game. 14-8 Lakers. Norm Nixon matched up outside, and they've got Richardson off on him. And now they've got Purvis Short off on Magic Johnson. Richardson chases it down in the corner, and the Lakers come back here with 8:56 to play in the period. There's another steal by Johnson. Rambis will be fouled as he drives through. No basket on the follow-up. Rambis, however, is fouled and will shoot a couple of foul shots here for the Lakers.
Went off on the wrong foot here. Goes off on the right foot, but he uses the left hand. Magic Johnson, another steal, gives him something he can handle. Here's Rambis. Isn't able to knock it down. That's the first 2 shots that the Lakers have missed up until that period. They were 6 for 6 and missed a jumper and then the left-hander by Rambis.
Kurt Rambis, by the way, averaging 8.2 rebounds along with his 9 points. With a 14-8 ball game, hoped to stretch the lead more, but misses the foul shot. Now, World Free, we saw a ball game the other night, New Jersey defeating Golden State, and this is something that World Free will do throughout the evening. We'll get a shot of it here as he stands just to the left of where Rambis is shooting and tries to draw his attention away. And a referee, Herb, that's definitely against the rules.
That is a no-no, and Wally Rooney and Mike Mathis probably be taking a look for that. Since you pointed out, Sam, we'll have to get a note down.
Well, they obviously warned him once anyway. That's Purvis short. Magic Johnson, ball nipped away. It'll belong to Los Angeles as Richardson reaches from behind. Let me tell you, Short is a guy that can fill it up. He had a career-high 45, matching the number that he wears, and unfortunately, I was on the opposite side, calling for the San Antonio Spurs, and him is fair in San Antonio.
And, you know, he guarded Magic Johnson in the first go-round as Nixon knocks one down, but he can play that big guard. He can play the small forward out of Jackson State, and I just like the way he plays the game, averaging around 20 a game.
Certainly a good friend, I'm sure, with Bernard King, but nonetheless, he has gotten a lot more play time, and obviously his production has been good. Magic again cleaning off the boards. Look at this pass.
They do that so well because there was nothing going, Sam. It was 3-on-3, but the Warriors really didn't do a good job of choking things off, and all of a sudden it's 19-8.
Talk more about that choking it off. What do you mean by that, Irvis? How far up do you try to choke it off?
I think you got to choke the guards. People try to rebound with the triangle, as Wally Rooney calls a foul. But in other words, you want to rebound with a triangle. Most teams will send that strong side forward to the free throw line. The center will roll weak, and then the weak side the center will roll strong. The weak side forward is on the strong side, and then the guards will choke off the fast break. And the Warriors just haven't done that kind of a job.
Norm Nixon, first personal foul, but the Lakers get it back, and it's finally batted out of bounds by the Warriors. 11-point lead by the Lakers at the moment with 7:28 to play in the first. Pat Riley notices the shot clock at 17 as he calls a play from the sidelines. Jamal Wilkes, there's Nixon, favorite spot, hit it again.
He really is something. Now, he has a tough time matching up with Free. We'll see more of Cooper tonight if they try and do something on World Free. Look at that.
There's that upper body strength you were talking about for his 4th point of the ball game in Rambis.
He is amazing. When he was with Philadelphia, I marveled at the way he played. And when Gene Shue went to San Diego, Free went over there. He's done a very good job for Al Attles, and I'll tell you, he can play.
25.2 his scoring average, but he'll miss a foul shot, somewhat very uncharacteristic of World Free. There's Nixon. Nobody checked him at all, and it's 23-10.
Sam, you're too young, but there's a guy by the name of Henry Ibe. If you went down the middle, somebody killed you. And that's exactly what has to happen when a guy goes like Nixon did.
Good offensive rebound again by Larry Smith. That's 2 for him tonight. Again, he leads the league in offensive bounds. Now it's 72 for the year. Good knockdown of the pass by Joe Barry Carroll. This is Free and Richardson, and World Free will finish it off. Nice break that time by the Golden State Warriors as they draw themselves a little closer. Right in the length of floor, Norm Nixon will be fouled, and Larry Smith thought he had good position. But Wally Rooney said no. The basket is good by Norm Nixon, who has 8 in the period, and Smith draws a personal foul.
Once again, the early offense of the Lakers. The Warriors are back, but nothing happened. They move in, get the block call from Wally Rooney. And right now, the Lakers have turned it into an open court game. They'll set up when they don't score, Sam, but they really don't want it. Their game is to run, and they do it so well.
I heard so many coaches have emphasized to break back to the paint, which, of course, is in the free throw lane area, and then break out your defense from there. But you've got to sprint to peek ahead of the Lakers.
That's exactly right.
It's 26-14. Joe Barry tries to work inside on Kareem. Rebound up underneath as Richardson had it for a moment. There's a scramble for it. It's out of bounds. It'll belong to Golden State.
L.A. is shooting 11 of 12. Nixon 4 for 4, and they're off very fast. We've seen them do it before. There's the destroyer, Al Attles. He was a good player himself. Mike Mathis spots something.
somebody holding on the inbounded pass for the Los Angeles Lakers. They'll draw the foul. The Golden State Warriors will have it out of bounds on the side. Wilkes is the culprit. That is the 14th foul called on the Lakers. Golden State trails in the ball game by 12. Whirl free on Nixon. Joe Barry Carroll draws a crowd, and now Wally Rooney has spotted, I think, an illegal defense on L.A. Particularly the offside forward, Jamal Wilkes.
That's right, and you know, you've got to set up a particular way. There's Pat Riley. He's very upset with the call, but I tell you what happens when you eliminate that illegal defense. It opens up the middle for the excitement we saw a minute ago with whirl free. I like the rule.
Golden State got a fresh 24 as the ball batted out of midair, and they'll call the goaltend. So the basket is good as it's 26-16 as the Golden State Warriors get the hoop. Richardson will get the roll.
Pat Riley puts up 2 fingers. He wants 2 up. They'll run that integral picking system they do down low.
We're under 6 minutes to play. Joe Barry on a pretty bad pass, actually, by Rambis makes a steal. Golden State with a chance to get right back into it. There's Smith battling that offensive board. Boy, does he do that well, but Rambis is right there for L.A. And here comes that quick break by the Lakers. Kareem won't get the basket, but a personal foul will send him to the foul line and shoot 2. So Kareem will shoot a couple. As with 5:27 left to play, Kareem goes to the line, and a substitute coming into the ball game for the Golden State Warriors as Short goes out. And checking into the ball game for the first time for the Warriors will be Lewis Lloyd, 6'6". He's out of Drake.
Played for Bobby Ortigal there. He's an inside player. Pat Riley's gone to his bench, and James Worthy comes in. You know, Worthy started the first game here because Rambis had that bad arch. McAdoo with contract problems. Here's Lorenzo Romar in for Sugar Richardson.
Romar was put in the starting role. As a matter of fact, he started when the Golden State Warriors defeated Los Angeles here the opening night, October the 29th. 132-117, shot 64%. Almost unbelievable in this building.
Sam, what's interesting is at the beginning of the year, he really thought he was going to be in the Continental League. One side note, he played at Washington for Marv Harshman. Tonight, Marv Harshman is coaching in his 1,000th game up in Alaska in the Greater Alaska Shootout. That's something. We wish him well. 65 years young.
There's Whirl free hitting on the outside for his 8th point of the ball game, and it's a 10-point lead by the Lakers. We're closing in on 5 minutes. Johnson against free. Jamal Wilkes from outside. Offensive rebound. Johnson knocked away, and here comes Whirl free ahead to Romar. Nice feed to Smith. He'll stuff it.
See the body balance that time by Romar as he did not pick up the charging foul. Warriors have cut it to 8.
4 minutes, 45 seconds left to play in the opening stanza. Kareem trying to get it up inside on Joe Barry Carroll, and the Lakers, Worthy gets it, but they did not reset the clock because it never touched the rim. Shot clock is at 6. Kareem shot no good, and Joe Barry comes off with another rebound. The Warriors trying to get themselves closer. Whirl free will take it out of the corner. He has a total of 10, and the Warriors indeed are back in. They trail by 6, 28-22.
And Pat Riley will hustle Michael Cooper into the ballgame to take on Whirl free.
And he'll also, for the first time during that timeout as well, is Bob McAdoo, who actually pulled a hamstring in the Dallas game, the Denver game that we did here last Sunday. And he did not play against Seattle or against San Diego, but he's in the lineup for the first time tonight for Los Angeles. There is action on the inside, and I believe Joe Barry Carroll getting the two act inside with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Joe Barry.
There's a general rule. If the postmen don't lean on each other, you can let them play, and you can't let this go. Wally Rooney correctly stops it. Wally's got a basketball background, Sam. Played for Taps Gallagher at Niagara. That's a few years ago.
Shot is up by Kareem to give the Lakers a 29-22 lead. By the way, speaking of Niagara and all of the other great college basketball teams around the country, with 163 college games on ESPN, I bet you'll see your favorite somewhere.
I'll tell you what else you'll see. You'll see the most interesting season we've ever had because of all the experimental rules. The three-point play, the shot clock. It's going to be fun.
8-point Laker lead at 30-22. Whirl be free with 10 in the period. May have 12, and he does.
Got a nice pass from Romar. 6 out of 8 now for Whirl.
So the Warriors of Al Attles trying to break out of a 6-game losing streak, keep themselves respective here in the first quarter, and well within striking distance of the Lakers. Inside, McAdoo. 32-24 Lakers. Golden State trying to attack down low. They've got Lewis Lloyd being guarded on the near side by Worthy. Great shooter out of Drake. Whirl free being guarded by Michael Cooper's in there now. This is Carroll. Carroll just barely got that over the side of the rim and goes in for his 6th.
Well, I don't know how he saw the bucket. Magic was doubling up on the right side. Kareem had him on the other side, and he puts it in. 6-point ball game.
Got one of those E.T. fingers. He kind of looking around the side of the backboard and just knocked it in.
I like that, E.T. fingers.
Speaking of magic fingers, I tell you, Kareem with a slam dunk. He now gets his 10th point of the first half of the game, and it's now 34-26.
Boy, are they pushing and shoving underneath with J.B. and Kareem. I'll tell you something. Kareem has always played hard against him ever since the kid came in the league last year. It's a good go. Look at this.
Hey, push. Okay, man.
Rebound McAdoo. Joe Barry Carroll, by the way, hollering for a push, but he got no satisfaction. That's Lewis.
Look at this 3-on-1 Sam. Watch what the big guy does.
Lewis Lloyd with a good feed back to Romar, who will finish it off after the steal was made by Lewis Lloyd.
Is that a sight when you're 3-on-1, but the one is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
You pray you can get an 18-foot jumper or something. 2:13 left to play in the period. The Lakers again with the 6-point lead. Trying to work the double cuts inside with McAdoo. Good matchup inside as he's down on Larry Smith. They call him Mr. Mean. And there is contact underneath as McAdoo had it knocked away first by Smith and recovered finally by Lewis Lloyd. 1:52 to play in the period. The Warriors, who were down by as many as 12. There's that fan leg jumper by Worrell Free with 14 in the period, but here come the Lakers.
That's where Al Attles really gets upset. They isolate so much. They do not get back, talking about choking the guards, whatever you want to call it, and they just give up an easy one after Free hit the best shot we've seen tonight.
Well, a classic example of the transition game at its best as the Lakers go back up by 6. Romar, who we talked about a few moments ago, played his college ball at Washington, cans his 2nd jumper. A 4-point Laker lead, 36-32. Cooper not known for his great shooting on the outside, but he can give and go with the best. And here's a nice pass over the top, and McAdoo quickly off the bench with 2 baskets.
You know what's interesting? You talk about Cooper. When he was in New Mexico for Norm Ellenberger, Norm used him to break the zones, and I just think it's a case where he hasn't shot a lot from the outside in the pros because he just found his spot in whack, and he was just unbelievable.
48 seconds left to play in the period. Shot clock is at 8 as the Warriors try to get it inside to Smith, but I believe he held by McAdoo. No. Personal foul was on McAdoo, his first. Lakers over the limit. And it'll be Lewis Lloyd going to the line as Norm Nixon rejoins the Laker lineup. Going out of there is going to be Magic Johnson.
Magic leads with 6 assists.
And he checks out of the ball game with 5 points already. 32 he had against San Diego. Boy, they said the Clippers played very well on Friday night against the Lakers.
Hey, Sam, how about when Swen Nader comes back in January? They got a decision to make. They've got 3 centers, Walton, Nader, and Whitehead. You trade one of those for a guard, and you go with Cummings and Chambers up front. Now, you tell me that can't be a ball club?
Wouldn't it be nice to get the redhead Walton back in every night?
Love it for the league. It'd be great.
38-34, Lakers by 4, half a minute to play. Kareem, skyhook. Kareem with 12 in the period, giving that 6-point lead back to the Lakers again. 25 seconds. The Warriors will have to get the shot off. Romar will try to get it. There's another offensive rebound by Smith, ejected by Kareem. McAdoo, Worthy.
Boy, that's where World Free really hurts these guys. He just does not get back. When Richardson's in the ballgame, he's usually around the baseline, and the Lakers have picked up their 5th layup tonight.
3 seconds. Romar fakes. The shot's on its way. It'll count if it goes. It does not, and that's the first quarter. Well, what if the Golden State Warriors have come back and made a game out of it after 1-3. 4 points by Romar and 2 by Lewis Lloyd. One key so far is that Purvis Short was held scoreless in the first quarter, concentrating so much on the defense on Magic Johnson. Second quarter underway with the Lakers owning the ball. Shot clock at 9. Travel call, a turnover on the Lakers, and the Golden State Warriors, again down by 8 points at 42-34, can cut into the lead again.
Richardson and Romar make up the backcourt now.
Los Angeles Lakers play extremely well in this building. They're 7-1. The Golden State Warriors cracked the nut in the opening game of the season, however.
Look at that post denial by McAdoo. What a job, and they got a layup.
Lewis Lloyd will try to make a great save, and he does. Oh, my, what a great defensive play by Lewis Lloyd from Drake. He stepped on the out-of-bounds line, but look at the timing he has to have on this play.
And he did it clean, Sam, out of Drake in the Missouri Valley. That is a great play. You know, this guy was noted for his offensive ability, but some kind of play by the big man.
I tell you what, he had to sprint like crazy to get down there. Top of the key, Cooper, and Wilkes will try to finish it inside. Jamal, who led the attack the last time we were here on a Sunday evening against the Denver Nuggets, has gotten his 5th point of the ball game, and it's a 10-point lead for the Lakers, 44-34.
Once again, the action inside the post denial as they sag that back line.
Kareem out of there, which means that Joe Barry Carroll now works on McAdoo, and Joe Barry gets his 8th point as he whirls and scores. A minute 10 gone in the second quarter. Worthy. A shove off, and I believe it's going to be on McAdoo. It is, and that should be his 2nd personal foul, and the first of the period called on the Los Angeles Lakers. Checking out of the ball game, Lewis Lloyd. Checking back in will be Purvis Short for the Golden State Warriors. Short, by the way, had to play 42 minutes in their loss to Seattle last night and got a total of 15 points. Again, he's been held scoreless, but he's back there and being guarded by Wilkes. That's a nice matchup. Joe Barry trying to work on McAdoo again. McAdoo with a block. Joe Barry complaining. Worthy with a layup on the other end.
You know, they're trying to play him some at big guard in practice as Al wants another timeout.
Shooting it will be Michael Cooper. Cooper, by the way, started this week tied with George Johnson of Indiana as the best foul shooter in the NBA, shooting 91%, but he missed 2 this week. So he's dropped below 89%. The official stats from the league office will come out tomorrow.
47-36 our score now with 10:24 remaining after the technical foul shot by Cooper.
Well, just when it looked like Golden State was going to make a run at it now, the Lakers will do something like this on you. And Purvis Short tries to answer, and now maybe he's got his jump shot out of the old duffel bag across the way, and possibly can get some offense here for Golden State.
Sam, LA is really packing it in with Jabbar out of there, so they're going to force Golden State to pump it up from the outside.
McAdoo with that pump fake. He's got 6 points tonight, shoots 51% from the floor. In my estimation, in the playoff series last year, McAdoo was probably the MVP. If you really want to get down and look at some numbers and what he contributed, certainly Magic was very instrumental in a lot of wins, but McAdoo was really super. Nice pass over the top as Joe Barry will be fouled.
Looks like Worthy got an arm on him as they tried to go the alley-oop. There's James, so quick. We talked about him possibly playing a big guard.
Taking a look at the big guy at the line, a guy that did not go through this, but Pete Newell has a great big man camp, and so many around the league have done a great job of it.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Guys like Kiki Vandeweghe, Whitehead, Bernard King. And what's interesting, how much they respect me. It doesn't cost you anything. In fact, Pat Cummings came on his own this year, paid his way out and everything. The players presented Pete with a Datsun 280Z. They love this guy. He works on their footwork, the little things. You know, people don't use their feet enough in this game, Sam. It stands to reason. You move your feet 48 minutes, you handle the ball 5 minutes. Pete Newell is the best I've ever been around understanding basketball.
McAdoo will be fouled on the inside as the Golden State Warriors will send him to the foul line. Ricky Brown will come in and Joe Barry Carroll will go on. Probably nothing more to just kind of cool off now with his 3rd personal foul as he draws it. And you know, many times, Irv, a coach, and I'm not trying to second guess Al Attles, many times when the technical foul is called, if you can afford to do so, and if you have somebody to back him up, you really kind of need to get him out, set him down, let him kind of cool off a bit, and then get him back in.
So I think you make a good point because when a guy is hot, that's a good way to pick up that other foul, and that's what happened to Joe Barry Carroll. He now has 3, probably will remain out the 9:28 remaining in the half.
11-point lead. There's the alley-oop to Williams. He went down, comes back up, and stuffs it over his head.
Sudden Sam out of Arizona State. He can play a little bit.
Well, you talk about a vertical jump. There's Worthy. Will lose it, and Michael Ray Richardson, Sugar, will turn it the other way, and a nice feed to Purvis Short. He caught it in a dead stride and never really could get himself righted. Worthy, I think, is very determined to try to get it in, and that's 2 in a row, and now he'll turn it over again. So a 9-point Laker lead, and the Warriors have not thrown in the towel here in the first half with 9 minutes to play.
I really think Al's going to bring this ball club around. I like their personnel. We haven't seen Connors yet, but he's a very unselfish kid out of Oregon State. I just think they're going to come around.
Ricky Brown out of Mississippi will miss his first shot. Very alertly tapping the ball out, the Warriors. Richardson, and there's Purvis Short off the baseline, and he does indeed have his jump shot going.
Mentioned that they're going to come around. You know that they've practiced twice since they got those 2 guards. Look at this. They get a break on the break, and they pick up the goaltending. Once again, that early offense, that's their 7th fast break bucket. Here it is. Worthy up in the air. He can do it all. He's quick. He can pass the basketball. There's the goaltending call on Williams.
Michael Cooper with his first basket makes it 53-44, and here come the Lakers back quickly again. Nice dish-off pass by Cooper. Worthy wasn't waiting for it, but McAdoo is.
North Carolina to North Carolina as Worthy feeds McAdoo. Lakers jumping up to 11.
17,000 plus here in the arena tonight. They're excited and enjoying it. Ball knocked out of bounds by Worthy. It'll be out of bounds as World Free checks back into the Golden State lineup for Al Attles as they try to get some offense going again. World Free with 14 in that first quarter.
Got to look at Al Attles. Let's give some congratulations to John Bach, his assistant, inducted into the Brown Hall of Fame, played in the middle 40s.
Oh, what a nice guy, too. Short shot will be blocked by Wilkes. McAdoo and Richardson going after it. We've got a loose ball foul to be called, and it's going to go on McAdoo, and that'll be his 3rd. By the way, we'd like to send out our sympathies, and certainly in just a moment as we watch this play again.
Well, here's a good block by Jamal Wilkes as he does the job, and then the action really gets fierce, and we pick up the loose ball foul.
Kareem comes back into the Los Angeles Laker lineup. Dave Wall, who is a very outstanding gentleman in the world of professional basketball and assistant for the Lakers. Our sympathy and condolences going out to the Wall family back in New Jersey. Dave's father passed away last evening, and again, we're thinking of you, Dave, and again, our sympathies go out to you and your family. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar will get off Richardson's missed shot. Still an 11-point lead, and here comes the big fella. The crowd loves it. Wasn't pretty, but he got there.
Hey, let me tell you something, though. He didn't dribble it well that time, but I watched him. In fact, I worked his last game at UCLA against Purdue in the final. Hey, he can dribble the basketball. He is an athlete. Want to see that again, Sam? All right, we'll show it to you again. Thanks to Roy Hammerman. Look at this.
Oh, he carried it just a tad, huh? Oh, look at this.
He's having a good time out there. He want to play one-on-one against Nixon tomorrow.
Bring on Magic. Golden State down by 11 points. Now Purvis Short will finally catch that one in stride as he gets his 6th point all here in the period. But just that quickly, the Lakers get that transition game, and Nixon tries to answer. Worthy with a fine tip. World Be Free. Changed his name officially, by the way, December of last year from Lloyd Free. Sam Williams, nice move, opposite side hook. That's pretty.
Warriors refuse to go away. They trail by 7. They got a lot of talent. Let Al Attles have a chance to practice his ball club a little bit.
That will be live on ESPN. 55-48 is our score. We've got a happy birthday to pass out to Chick Hearn, the voice of the Los Angeles Lakers tonight. Standing ovation. Well, they tried to loop it to Coop there, but it's stolen away. World Free made a great save. But look at Cooper making even a better save, and Short will finally finish it off. That's baseline to baseline action with Cooper. Getting a missed shot and then a block on the other end. It's 55-50. Going over the top will be Brown to pick up a foul inside.
Here's one of the guys who went to Pete Newell's development camp. Ricky Brown played for Ron Green at Mississippi State. First round pick. Pretty good athlete.
That's the 3rd team foul call on Golden State, matching the 3 for the Lakers so far, and with 6:25 to go in the half, a 5-point Laker lead. Norm Nixon now being tracked outside by Michael Ray Richardson. They had a fresh 24 on the shot clock on the foul. Again, Rambis checking in during the timeout. He and Wilkes at the forwards. Kareem at the center. Norm Nixon, one of the guards. Will finally get the loose garbage, and they have a new 24 again. Magic stepping inside of Brown. Lost the ball, went off the structure work underneath. It'll come out on the side to the Warriors. And again, they trail by 5. 6 minutes to go here in the first half.
See if they got him in the left corner now.
They've cleared the entire left side of the floor. Michael Ray looking that way. Now Free tries to make the move, but he can't get free of Nixon. Michael Ray with 23 against Seattle the other night. Misses, and Rambis will rebound it ahead to Norm Nixon. Rebound Brown, and Free turns it back the other way. Almost loses it to Magic at midcourt. Purvis Short. Had to really improvise there as we've got a whistle and a foul off on the inside. Brown will get his 2nd personal foul as he offensed inside to try to free up. either World Free or Michael Ray Richardson. And the turnover will go back to the Lakers with a 5-point lead on the board with 5:15 to go.
Important possession right now for Golden State, as they really need to do a job defensively. They're only down 5. They've been playing pretty good, and they need to stop LA right here and go down and get a bucket.
Good as goal as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar gets his 16th point of the ball game. 57-50. Lakers up by 7 again. The Warriors again have it down to 5 there just a moment ago after trailing by as many as 12 here in the first half. World Free had a momentary lapse of being able to see the basket because of Rambis. And Kareem will finally clear it ahead to Johnson. And here comes Magic. He'll be fouled as he drives all the way inside.
Boy, Al Attles is just furious. They had 4 men back, and they didn't do a job. Somehow, there's Al. Somehow Magic finds a seam here, and you shouldn't do that with that many folks back. Look at all the blue shirts. He just goes down the middle. Nobody drills him into the cheap seats.
Ricky Brown gets his 3rd personal foul. By the way, Irv, I'm going to probably date myself. Henry Hankiba coached one of my very good friends, a guy by the name of Max Snake Carter out of my hometown, Borger, Texas. And I got to watch him, and I have never heard such language in my whole life when it worked out. But he did a number on him. Great. Carter, by the way, played against Hugo Green.
He's got the total confidence of that ball club, and when there's a timeout, he tells them the right things. He's good. He makes the right substitutions. Tell you, he has really captured these people's attention.
Well, Sam Williams will get the attention of the Los Angeles Lakers as he hits one outside with a 58-52 lead for the Lakers, leading by 6. 4 minutes and 11 seconds left to play here in the half. Michael Cooper, no. Scramble for it, finally going to be kicked out of bounds. Looks like a 3-point field goal to me by Free. It goes out. Wally Rooney made the call out of midcourt and makes a loose ball foul call. Against the Lakers goes against Magic Johnson. He draws his 2nd. 58-52. The Warriors within 6 again. Under 4 minutes to play in the half. Contact by Cooper on Free. Free somehow got out of all of that. Rebound off the side. Johnson made the block. Cooper will get an offensive foul. That time he got himself in midair and really had no place to go.
That was good position that time, too, by, I believe it was Ricky Brown. Here's Coop out of the University of New Mexico. Palms it with one hand. Good call. As short as the guy who has the good position.
Ball goes out of bounds. We had word from the floor that Cooper failed to file a flight plan as the reason he got called for that one.
Oh, you're on a roll tonight, kid.
Mercy. 6-point lead by the Lakers with 3:35 to play.
Just give me a pencil. I want to write that one down.
Kareem with a block. Good hustle by Rambis. The Lakers, who looked like they were going to tuck it away, the crowd wants Kareem to dribble it up every time.
Yeah, listen, he may be a playmaker for it's over tonight.
They like for him to do this, too. 18 points by Kareem.
Boy, it's just when Golden State is going to make a move. Rambis hustles at the other end. Kareem puts one in, and now it's back to 8 with 3:06 remaining in the half.
Sam Smith and Irv Brown here in Los Angeles again tonight. Inglewood, to be more precise, and we're delighted to be with you as an offensive foul will be set on the Los Angeles Lakers. There's our man, Jack Nicholson. And oh, look at Scatman.
Well, they were
Carruthers is
together
with him,
in, what was the show, Help Me Out, where he played the nut?
One flew over
Here's
the cuckoo
Johnny. There he
nest.
goes. Is that a picture?
That was what?
No, that wasn't it.
Irv Brown, no.
Yeah, sure it was. The Shining. How about Wilkes on that move?
Wilkes gets his 7th point of the ball game.
Take another look as Wilkes goes up. He looks like he's skinny. Pretty good upper body strength right there. Gets hit on the arm, knocks it down. Lakers back up by 10, and a free throw attempt coming.
Jamal Wilkes out of UCLA played on 2 back-to-back undefeated NCAA championship teams for the Wizard of Westwood, John Wooden. And it's 62-52 as that foul shot hops out. A 10-point lead again by the Lakers. Purvis Short tries to drive down the lane, and Wilkes says no and draws a foul and trying to stop him. That also will be the 15th foul call on the Lakers, so Short will shoot foul shots here for Golden State. By the way, Purvis Short, as we pointed out, played those 42 minutes. Has had some great offensive nights, but again, as you try to get Joe Barry Carroll involved in the offense, he is having trouble with fouls tonight, and then when Free has it, again, Short is one of those type players, just like Magic Johnson, Irv. I think he just kind of plays what he has to play.
He's such a quality guy out of Jackson State. We talked to him before the ball game a little bit, and just like what he contributes, he really feels that this club is going to come around, and like everybody, they've got to practice. You just can't learn in games. You've got to get out on the floor, and Al just hadn't been able to do that since they picked up Richardson. Connors finally signed his contract. They need some practice time.
The third best scorer.
Oh, look at it underneath.
Warriors. In there is McDowell, Hank McDowell out of Memphis State. Kareem trying to get him off his back. And McDowell will pick up a personal foul. Whoa.
I tell you, McDowell better be careful because he's pushing and shoving underneath with a guy who is not afraid to throw himself. Remember the Kent Benson deal.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with 18 points tries to go to 20. He will not get the first foul shot, and it's still an 8-point lead at 62-54.
Tell you one thing, we're looking at McDowell. He, along with several of his teammates, really got on the Nautilus this summer. They're trying to get some strength, and it's really helped. Talking about strength, I didn't realize till today that Kareem sends all of his films to Ralph Sampson, the guy that we pointed out last week, has 3 world-class lifts. Now, people think Sampson's going to be skinny when he comes in this league next year. Better take a look at Sports Illustrated. I'll show you an Arm & Hammer.
2:17 to play in the half. World B. Free off of the baseline. Free knocks another one down. He has a total of 12 here. And correction, let me correct that for you. He has 16 for the game now, 2 in the period. It's 63-56. Rambis from Kareem. 5 points by Kurt Rambis, and it's 65-56. The Lakers just continue to keep the pressure on the Warriors with under 2 minutes to play. Free stepped out of bounds. Turnover by the Warriors gives it back to the Lakers. Coming back in is Norm Nixon and also James Worthy. Going out are Wilkes and Rambis.
So important for Golden State to dig in and not let this thing get away. The lead is 11. Just a little while ago was 4, and they played well. You just can't let the Lakers blitz you here. It's over.
Good ball movement by the Lakers. It may stop right here, however. There's that turnaround by Kareem.
McDowell did a good job, Sam. He forced him to go the other way with the jumper, something he's not as good at as the skyhook. Here's a double up.
Richardson tries to answer on it. A tip up underneath, and we've got a whistle, and a loose ball foul will be called. And it's going to go, I believe, on Magic Johnson underneath as he, along with Sam Williams, battle for position.
Jabbar has just been sensational. 8 out of 11 in the first half.
Well, they're calling on Worthy. Correction, it was not 32, but 42 instead. And the first foul shot is up and good. Sam Williams, by the way, has responded well with a total of 7 points here in the period.
Came out and played in the Summer League, which is excellent for a veteran to do that. He got some wood chopped.
He, by the way, is second on the ball club with a total of 19 blocked shots behind Joe Barry Carroll. This time in the jump underneath Williams, and Johnson will capitalize. McDowell almost comes with a steal. Kareem to Worthy. And the Lakers couldn't get that one to go. Kareem should have taken things in his own hands there with 58 seconds to play. A 9-point Laker lead. McDowell out of Memphis State. Jabbar started on a dribble and then dropped it off to Johnson. Magic is going to draw a charge as he drives in to one of the Warriors right at the top of the key. With 46 seconds to play, the Warriors will get the ball back on side court.
Good position underneath as the Warriors really do a job here. This is McDowell. Look at this is that other sequence where the Lakers put on a show, just unable to get the layup.
Back to live action. The Warriors missed the shot. Short. Trying to come up with a loose ball. They'll finally feed it ahead, and Cooper will finish it off on the other end for his 5th point. 11-point lead again by the Los Angeles Lakers with 23 seconds to play in the first half.
Magic really gives you a pass you can handle. He doesn't give you the bounce pass many times because it's so hard for a guy over 6'2", 6'3" to handle it. It really has to be an emergency for him to do that. 10 assists already for Earvin Magic Johnson.
Don't forget, we'll be having highlights of the other 2 games played tonight back at NBA tonight as Whirl free shot is no good. 1 second. Magic Johnson shot off the back of the backboard. After a commercial break, we'll go to NBA tonight. We'll be back a little later. It's Engler before the ball game is all over. We're back to play as the Los Angeles Lakers have the lead by 11 points, and they've got the ball to start the 3rd quarter. 11:53 left to play. We're just underway in the 3rd, and there's Kareem going right to work inside on Joe Barry Carroll. He has 23, and it's 71-58 Lakers. Not many changes on either lineup compared to their starting lineups. Joe Barry tries to answer with a little jump hook to his own, and there's Rambis again.
Sam, every time Joe Barry Carroll gets the ball in the paint, he puts it on the floor, somebody comes and doubles up on him.
Rambis, by the way, because of McAdoo's injury, played a season-high 35 points against San Diego. Here's Kareem. Good pass to Rambis, and he'll lay in the easy shot. 73-58 now. Biggest lead of the ball game. Delay of game called on the Los Angeles Lakers as someone knocked it away underneath. A 15-point lead now by the Lakers. Golden State is led by only 2, and that was the first basket of the night. We're in the third quarter with the Warriors still trying to figure out the combination to unlock the safe here to get some valuables out of the reach of the Lakers. Will be free, and Short try to answer, and Short will get it. Purvis Short now with 12 points on the evening.
And he arches the ball as well as anybody in the NBA.
Norm Nixon will knock one down literally with his 11th of the night. It's 75-60. There's that 15-point bulge again. A minute 15 left to play here in the third. We've played that much. We have 10:35 actually to play. Here's another shot outside. Is Michael Ray, who had only had 2 points in the first half. Gets it, and here comes the transition. And Wilkes gets the over-the-top pass and scores his ninth.
Boy, are they alert. Pat Riley jumps up off the bench, claps his hands. You can see why. That was a puppy and an easy one.
Joe Barry Carroll playing with 3 personal fouls. Offensive rebound by Smith. Got that one rather cheaply off the baseline as Rambis mistimed his jump. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar will reach in and gets only his first personal foul, and Joe Barry will go to the line where he'll be shooting a couple of foul shots.
That's really one of the keys of this ball game because Carroll has been able to get Jabbar in foul trouble in the past. That hasn't been the case tonight. Jabbar has been very aggressive, very clean. His first foul.
Joe Barry Carroll out of Purdue, towing up the line here. By the way, Herb, we have 5 of the top 20 scorers playing tonight. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Wilkes, 17 and 19 respectively in the lead for the Lakers. Number 6, Worrell B. Free. Number 17, Short. And number 19, Carroll, as they're tied with the other 2 we mentioned. So 5 out of the top 20 playing here tonight. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. A correction, Joe Barry Carroll against Kareem, getting the foul a moment ago. Now we've got an offensive foul to be called inside, and it's going to go on Rambis.
Mike Mathis makes the call. He's got a youngster who's a good middle linebacker in the Cincinnati High School. Of course, Papa wasn't too bad himself at Ohio State. And here he is refereeing basketball. That makes sense.
9 minutes and 52 seconds left to play. Taught him everything he knows.
That's right.
Purvis Short. Here comes Magic leading the break. Good feed to Wilkes. The Lakers have 79.
Al Adams wants a timeout.
Get to the right. Now the Lakers drop off as we wait for the full 90 seconds to be used up. And those of us in the broadcast business do appreciate the more standardization of the timing all over the league, along with those standardized tip-off times, normally at 7:40 and again at 8:10, depending on when the game starts. Warriors trying to get some ball movement inside to Smith, knocked away by Rambis, and Kareem will come up with it. 9:20 to play in the period. Norm Nixon. 13 by Norman. Starman's got it going for an 81-64 Laker lead.
Lakers are 6 for 6 in this half.
Biggest lead of the ball game by the Lakers, up by 17 now. Joe Barry, they're trying to double down on him. Worrell Bree against Magic, gets inside. Little jump hook on the inside, and Worrell Bree has his 18th point of the game. 81-66 Lakers. Nixon being tracked by Richardson. He comes all the way outside, but now a 3-second violation is called on the Lakers as they try to get the ball underneath to someone, but get caught in the lane.
Looked like Rambis was trying to get that low post position. He gets nailed by Mike Mathis.
Nixon against Free. There's that great jumping ability to Free to get over the top to get the pass to Richardson, but he won't get it to go. The Lakers come out. Magic somehow controls the pass, and that's what he does.
Oh, I'll tell you what, all he needs is just a little bit of a crease. He looks like a halfback squaring his shoulders up to the line of scrimmage. That was special. 7 out of 7 for the Lakers.
Tip up by Smith would not go. Short will come up with a good bounce. Joe Barry up underneath the Smith, knocked away by Rambis. Smith, however, will finally control and will score. 8 points by Larry Smith. 83-68 is the score. The Lakers with a big lead with 8 minutes to go in the third. I can recall, though, a 25-point lead by the Lakers last Sunday against Denver, and it dissipated in a hurry.
one nice thing about professional basketball with the shot clock and the three-point rule. You can get back into it suddenly.
You go out for a beer, and all of a sudden it's back to a great game. Left-hander by Kareem, and a push on the inside. Joe Barry will get his 4th foul.
Sam, we've seen Kareem now 4 weeks in a row. He's starting to shoot that left-handed hook, and I'll tell you, that's going to make it doubly tough to defense him. The book has always been take away the right-handed hook, make him shoot the jumper going the other way. Now he's throwing up a left-handed hook shot.
Are you ready for this one?
I'm ready.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was just voted one of the 10 sexiest men in America by Playgirl magazine. Are you ready for that one?
Ready.
All right. The big man out of UCLA hits the first one to make it 84-68. Roy Hammermeyer, producer. Are you kidding me?
He was second.
He finished 202, I think, is what he finished. 85-68 with Kareem's foul shot. Under 8 minutes to go here in the third. The Lakers come with that double team. Good feed by Free. Smith just kind of waited for everybody to fly by and puts it in. They have 70, but they trail by 15. Now the Lakers will turn it over again as we've got a block to be called inside and an offensive foul. So the Lakers with a turnover on the offensive foul will get it back over in the hands of the Warriors with 7:26 to play. Third quarter of the ball game. World Free trying to get the jumper just off the front of the iron. He'll be fouled in the backcourt, and Joe Barry now has 5.
That hurt. Carroll wanted the ball underneath, and World B goes up with a long jumper after they had cut the lead down to 15, and then Carroll picks up his 4th foul. Really a foolish grab.
By the way, that foul on the opposite end, just before that went by, Joe Barry Carroll was called on Rambis, which was his 3rd. Good save by Smith on the ball to Richardson, and this is what the Warriors have got to do, get a little transition game going of their own, but not finish it up that way. Good steal by Smith. He will score. Larry Smith, as Wilkes reached the ball over the backside of his head trying to make a pass, Smith just absolutely picked his pocket here.
What's interesting here, Kareem was underneath the bucket for an easy one, and then Smith, as you point out, does pick his pocket, cuts the lead down to 13 with a free throw coming. From another angle, Larry Smith out of Alcorn A&M with the finger roll.
Magic Johnson with that 4th foul. Good follow-up by Magic as he'll knock it in. 10 points in double figures for Magic Johnson now. 87-72 is the score. Lakers in the lead by 15 with 6:38 to play in the third quarter. Michael Ray Richardson with only 2 baskets tonight. A fine tip inside by Larry Smith and another offensive rebound.
He watches the Karam, whatever you want to call it, off the board as well as anybody. He really picks up an angle. He just, how about Karam? Let's try that.
87-64 as Kareem tries to do his dexterly lead inside, and look at the follow-up by Wilkes. 13 by Kareem. I'll make that by Wilkes as Kareem will miss it inside. Kareem already has a bunch. He has 24 to be exact. 6 minutes now to go in the third. The Warrior offense at the moment standing, even though there's a lot of cutters underneath.
There's offense on Joe Barry Carroll as he threw an elbow that caught Rambis in the mouth.
And he is out of here with 6 personal fouls and will go out with a total of 12 points tonight.
Larry Smith has 6 rebounds, all offense. And, of course, with Carroll leaving now, he's going to have to do a lot of work on the boards, offensively and defensively.
Irv, let me apologize. We, of course, high over the arena floor here and almost are at the discretion of the scoreboard and the PA announcer. That was only the 5th foul called on Joe Barry. My apologies. I had him for 6 on my books. That was the 5th. Kareem turns and fires for his 5th point of the period and his 26th of the game to make it 91-74. A travel call on the Warriors gives it back to the Lakers, and just that quickly here they come back again. Al Attles just barely towing up the out-of-bounds line on the other side as Rambis throws the left-handed hook.
But it's hard to believe that this guy couldn't make
this be in.
Before we left, we saw Rambis with the left hand. He's now 4 for 4, leads all rebounders with 8. Magic has 12 assists.
World Free being guarded by Nixon. A nice give and go inside by Larry Smith. He'll get the follow-up. It still won't go. Rambis to Nixon. Under 5 minutes to go in the period. Nixon drives all the way. They'll rub out the basket. Personal foul on Nixon as he used the off left hand to shove him away. So the second foul of the night on Norm Nixon gives it back to the Warriors. 19-point lead for the Lakers. Finally coming up with a loose ball is Richardson. Rambis and Kareem collaborate for the rebound. Or the carom, if you will. Outside it comes to Nixon.
You're going to have a good time with that one, aren't you?
We're going to love it. Cooper out of the corner. 7 points by Cooper. 95-74. A 21-point lead by the Lakers.
One thing we haven't seen tonight is the Coop de Loop.
That's about the only thing we haven't seen. You're right. Short. Nice double pump in midair. Purvis Short has 14 for the night. 19-point Laker lead as they continue to move the offense. And Irv, that's got to be the key to the Lakers, this great movement. Look at Cooper.
Boy, that got him excited. Michael Cooper. Jack Nicholson just jumped up and give him 15 big ones.
99-76 is the score. The Lakers with the lead down low. Brown will try to make that Larry Smith will score. Smith has got a good period with 10 points and 16 for the game. But the Lakers have a bunch more. 99-78. Wilkes with a little jump hook. He's come alive now with 15.
Sam, they're only 15 out of 17 this period, and boy, I tell you what, they can light them up.
15 out of 17. Wow. Follow up by Smith. Best offensive rebounder of the league. Proves it again. He's got 18 on the night. It's 101-80. Wilkes out of the left corner. He's got 10 in the period, 17 for the game.
You made a great point before the ball. Pat Riley's got to be happy, Sam. They are shooting 89% in the third period.
And they're doing it not only with layups, but they've also been getting some jumpers. There's that big double team again. What it does, it uses up about 8 seconds of a clock, and now the Warriors have to be in a hurry. Wow. Kareem will get a goaltend. He vociferously protests to Wally Rooney, but Mike Mathis called it. Let's take a look at it.
The rule is the ball is coming down. You got to leave it alone. Let's see if it's coming down. I think it's a good call by Mike Mathis. Kareem is up there about 15 foot.
We're not but about 400 feet away from where it happened, though. Here we are once again, left side Nixon. Well, I mean to tell you, the big fella came to play tonight, didn't he? Nixon will lay it in. He has 15 points, and he is fouled and will go to the line and try to complete a three-point play.
What's interesting, people stereotype people as the small guard, the point guard, and then the shooting guard. How do you do it with the Lakers, with Nixon, who actually leads Magic Johnson in assists? People don't believe that because Magics are so spectacular in league statistics. Nixon is ahead of him.
Nixon's foul shot makes it 106 for the Lakers, 82 for the Golden State Warriors. Golden State, by the way, will be back home on Tuesday against Phoenix, while San Antonio will play host to Los Angeles on Tuesday night as well. Wide open is Sam Williams. Loses the ball as he tried for the dunk. Wilkes and Nixon collaborate. Shot will not go. What a pass by Cooper, and Wilkes will finish it off. What teamwork by this Laker club tonight.
Well, you think that doesn't get you excited when you're a fan watching that? Well, they got a good ball club to watch out here. They are fun.
There's Cooper again. Tips it to Nixon. Rebound to Purvis Short. Almost stolen away by James Worthy, who's back in the lineup during the last timeout. Brown, with 5 personal fouls, will miss. Goes in for a rebound, and he will be fouled inside, I believe, by James Worthy. Worthy with his 3rd personal foul. He, by the way, got 14.6 rebounds in San Diego when they won by 2. As Bob McAdoo checks back into the ball game for Los Angeles. Kareem goes out for a rest, and McDowell will come in, and going out for a rest on the other end is Brown for Golden State.
Clay Johnson comes in. He played at Missouri, and Norm Stewart got a big win yesterday as Missouri beat North Carolina.
Clay Johnson not getting a lot of time. That's Hank McDowell will finally put one in as he gets his first basket of the period. It's 108-84. Again, setting the lineups for you. It is Clay Johnson along with Magic Johnson in, along with Worthy, Cooper, and McAdoo. We'll set the others in a moment as the Lakers work with McAdoo driving in. He got a lot of contact, and a foul is called. And McAdoo can do it, the foul line for a pair. 1:15 to go in the third.
McAdoo, who's pretty much a perimeter shooter out here, goes hard to the hole, gets fouled. Notice he throws a little elbow, too. He didn't like the contact, and Bob misses the first one.
Foul was called on Sam Williams, which is his second personal foul of the evening. 108-84, the Lakers leading big here in the third quarter. Shot by McAdoo. He will not get either one, but look at Magic. He steals one away. McDowell will tip it wisely ahead to Worrell Free. Free with a nice pass to Romar. Tip up and in, and McDowell, or will it be Williams? Williams will get credit for it. That's 10 for him tonight. 108-86 the lead, 22-point lead by the Lakers. 50 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. Still plenty of basketball to go in the fourth quarter. Shot clock is down to 10 as McAdoo almost lost it out of bounds. Magic with a running hook. Rebound up underneath. It'll be Sam Williams. He will be fouled by McAdoo as he tried to get the pass away. For the Lakers, that will be only their 4th team foul. However, the second in the last 2 minutes of the period here. And with 33 seconds left to play, the Golden State Warriors will be shooting foul shots in the form of Sam Williams.
Sensational quarter for the Lakers. We saw them get 44 against Denver. They can do it to you, boy. They can just flat blitz you. Right now, they lead 108-86.
Good look at Sam Williams out of Arizona State University. Shot is up and good. He has a total of 11 for the night.
Had some injury problems a year ago.
Exwood's up as he will complete it for his 12th point. They've got 88, but again, they trail by 20. Magic Johnson still guarded by Short.
I just marvel at Magic Johnson, the way a big guy like that can dribble. Look at Worthy. Oh, my goodness.
James Worthy with his 8-pointer to follow up for the slam dunk. And there's a turnover as Worrell Free tried to hit Short open on the wing on the far left side. And with 14 seconds left to go in the third quarter, the Lakers will try to elongate the lead even more as they lead at 110-88. Underneath, there's the pass to James Worthy. A follow-up, however, is up by Cooper. 11 points by Cooper as you hear the horn in the back. Join us. We'll be back in just a few moments.
With Philadelphia coming to town, might be a little tough to get a ducket.
I tell you what, if I had to, I'd sell them for the face value, of course. First face value. Left side. As the Golden State Warriors have a very much uphill battle now, 112-88. Good save here by Smith. It's kicked out of bounds by Johnson. The shot clock is at 5, where the Lakers will have only 5 seconds to play some good D on the Warriors. We'll give you the unofficial scoring through 3 periods here in just a moment. Inbound Free. Romar with only 1 on that shot clock. It's batted out of there and it'll be out of bounds. They reset that shot clock rather quickly. I'm not sure that ball ever touched the rim. It goes out to whom? Mike Mathis along with Wally Rooney are going to confer. And again, Irv, I'm not sure that ball. So it was a reset.
Lakers are shooting 73% for the ball game, 74% in this period.
Good block by Williams. Worthy's going to try to challenge him again, and now here come the Warriors trying to get something going here in the fourth. Worrell be free, trips and falls. Cooper leads to Johnson. Look at that pass.
Oh, what an assist. We've seen this guy do something every time we've been out here, but that's one. Listen to the crowd. They're going crazy in L.A.
And Clay Johnson slaps 5 as he goes into the fourth quarter. It's 114-88 as the Lakers continue to lead. We've played just over a minute here in the fourth quarter. Purvis Short gets his rainbow to fall on the outside. He's got 16. By the way, Kareem leading the Lakers with 26, 19 by Wilkes, 16 by Nixon, 10 by Johnson. Clay Johnson lighting it up here as he's got 2 back-to-back baskets now.
Magic now has 13 assists.
He, of course, in double figures with 10. He's always one of those players that is a threat for a triple-double. Double points, rebounds, and assists. Cooper made a fine rebound, but Williams will get a few oohs and ahs from the crowd as he behind-the-head slam dunks it for 14. 116-92, 10 minutes left to play in the ball game from L.A. tonight. McAdoo will be held by McDowell, who draws his second personal foul. Again, Irv and I will be right back here in the Forum in Inglewood next Sunday night. The Philadelphia 76ers and the Lakers on ESPN.
Eddie Jordan in for Magic Johnson. Sam, something interesting a lot of people may not realize. Magic Johnson and Michael Ray Richardson had the same college coach. Judd Heathcote was at Montana before he went to Michigan State. And I would say he had an opportunity to work with two of the better point guards ever.
Well, I guarantee you one of the things he did well was recruit.
Well, I'll tell you something interesting there. Michael Ray was recruited by a guy named Jim Brandenburg, now up in Wyoming, was an assistant in Montana. Nobody wanted Michael Ray. On his same high school team was a guy named Levon Williams, went to Kentucky. Phil Taylor went to Arizona. Brandenburg saw something there, and it's been aces ever since. He was the #1 pick by the Knicks.
McAdoo got his 12th point of the ballgame a moment ago and also got another steal, and a personal foul is going to be called, and ball will come out of bounds on the side before the shot was tried as Purvis Short will sit down. Short picking up only his second personal foul. The Lakers with the ball out of bounds as Cooper, and now in there is Eddie Jordan. Working on the right side, Clay Johnson again came out of the Continental Basketball League near the end of last year, along with McAdoo and Worthy on the floor for the Lakers. They lead 118-92, make it 120. McAdoo again did not play in the two ball games played last week, one by the Lakers over Seattle and by San Diego. But he's come in and responded well with 14 here tonight. 9 minutes to play. McDowell will have the ball tipped away by McAdoo. It'll belong to the Golden State Warriors on the end line.
McDowell out of Memphis State got a chance to see that ball club the other night on ESPN. Keith Lee, one of the better players in the country.
Here's another steal by the Lakers. Jordan to Worthy. Fine play by Cooper. Clay Johnson almost got that one to stay. Lewis Lloyd, who checked in for Short a moment ago, rebounds it. McDowell has it knocked away, finished away by Sam Williams, and that is some great body control by Sam Williams. As pecking at the ball was Cooper all the way.
And Eddie Jordan came over too, and Sam was able to knock it down.
By the way, Landsberger and McGee both get ready to check in for Los Angeles. You know, it's interesting, the two players that kind of feel they're going to come out. Let's see what they do. McAdoo more than likely will be one of them. And 9 times out of 10, the way this ball game is going, they try to force up a shot here and there. Jordan almost came up with a sensational steal, or at least a jump ball. And a personal foul on Jordan is his first.
Romar is the point guard here running, and Jordan drills him. Landsberger, as you pointed out, along with McGee into the action. There's been a lot of rumors about McGee involved in a trade. Denver at one point supposedly interested. That didn't work out. McGee was the #1 pick out of Michigan. He's just on a ball club that's got too much talent.
Here's another steal made by Jordan. He'll feed ahead, and this is Clay Johnson.
Hey, he's quick. You know, he's looked pretty good the little bit we've seen him, and he's got some explosion in those legs.
By the way, Irv, Lester Connor is in there playing with Romar at the other guard for Golden State. Lewis Lloyd, nice little body control as he'll put a shot in for only his 4th of the night. 122-96 is the score. The Lakers with the lead and 7:44 to play.
Lester the Molester Connor is the last first-round draft pick to sign. It's really hurt him. Guy's a very unselfish player, Sam, who's going to be good in this league. He competed for Ralph Miller at Oregon State, and here's a guy that's used to pressing 40 minutes.
Lewis Lloyd misses the rebound, and coming away with it is Landsberger. Another steal. This again is Connor. Nice feed. Goes into Romar, and he will score. By the way, Connor's college teams at Oregon State in the last 2 years, the Pac-10 champions, were 51-7. So he does indeed know how to lead the ball club.
And, you know, one time when they went with 3 guards, Radford and Bloom, all 3 have had some work in the NBA, and Radford's really coming on. Saw him the other night. That is a good outfit that Ralph Miller put together, and anytime you play for Miller, you're going to have the fundamentals of the game. You know how to pass the ball, I guarantee you that, or you sit down.
Mike McGee, who broke all of Michael Thompson's records in the Big Ten, has picked up his first basket as now Williams tries to answer on the other end. LA in a moment.
And they're going to be all right next year because they got a lot of red shirts. Where it's really going to hurt losing those 20 scholarships is down the road after next year.
Sam Williams with 5 points in the period, 17 for the game. Make it 18. It is a 124-100 ball game, a 24-point lead for the Lakers. As we close in on the final 6:42 of the game.
Chris Engler from the University of Wyoming is in at the pivot. Here's a kid who's just gotten a little better every year. His hands have gotten softer. 3rd-round draft pick, and he's stuck.
Now, what are we going to call that? That was the alley-oop to Johnson. I'm not sure what we'll ever call that one. The follow-up on the other end by Connor.
That alley-oop is interesting, Sam, because they do not practice it to Cooper.